A U.S. military official has told VOA that U.S. and Nigerian leaders agreed American forces will begin a phased withdrawal from Niger in the coming months, after being in the country for over a decade. The official added that participants in negotiations this week confirmed protections and immunities for U.S. personnel. Officials in Niger also approved diplomatic clearances for the withdrawal flights to ensure smooth entries and exits during the pullout of U.S. forces, who were in the country to help local militaries combat Islamist terrorists in the Sahel.
Countries like Mali, like Niger, like Nigeria, Burkina Faso, these have seen an expansive rise in jihadist movements. These are some of the most dangerous areas in the world.
The United States spent more than $100 million building a drone base near the central Nigerian city of Agadez to surveil al-Qaeda, the Islamic State, and other terror groups. Because of the withdrawal, the U.S. base will end its drone surveillance there about 5 years after drone operations began.
Niger was somewhat of a rarity in the sense that it had one of the few democratically elected governments in the region, and also a democratically elected government that was friendly to the U.S. and willing to host a U.S. military presence. And so finding a replacement for a military base is going to be somewhat difficult.
Martinez McKine says the U.S. will likely reach out to neighboring Chad to base more American troops following Chad's presidential election earlier this month. Chad and the U.S. are currently reviewing their security cooperation agreements.
We're going to continue to stay engaged with the partners in the region when it comes to terrorism and countering the terrorist threat. Because again, I think we all collectively can work together to address those very real threats.
The withdrawal is seen as a huge blow to the U.S. counter-terror fight. Without bases in the Sahel, U.S. drones will need to fly from thousands of miles away to keep an eye on terror groups wreaking havoc in the region. Carla Babb, VOA News, the Pentagon.